Hello there and welcome to the first of many puppetry sessions for the Corby Puppetry course. I'm Josh Macro and for the next few weeks we're going to be making a super simple cardboard puppet like the guy you can see here. So for the first session we are going to focus on building the structure of our puppets, and you only need a few materials for this, which are some scissors, a glue stick, some pencils, some PVA glue, some cardboard. The first thing we need to do is decide what we want our puppet to look like. So what you want to do first is cut up your cardboard box so you've got some nice sheets of cardboard. So with this design you can make any sort of puppet you want. You can make it as simple as you want or as complex. It's completely up to you. So now we've got our cardboard, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the body first, and we're going to make the main structures of our puppet. So we're going to make the body piece. Now you want to work out how tall your body is going to be. It can be any shape you like. I'm going to go for quite a angular design, but yours could be round or pointy, whatever you want. You also want to make sure that the body is big enough to fit your hand inside, because that's where you're going to be operating the head. You need to make sure that the top and the bottom are straight, and when you're happy with that, just extend this a little bit more, as that's going to form a little tab. So one there, and then a little bit more there. And when you've got a body you are happy with, you can cut it out. So with your centerpiece, what you want to do is cut another little hole, so you've just got the edges of your shape. So you want to draw around here, make sure it's big enough that your fist can fit through. When you're happy, you can cut that out. So now we need to do the bottom and the top shapes. Now these could be anything you want. You can even draw around something you've already got, like a glass or a bowl or something like that. And once you're happy with these, you can start cutting them out. You should now have 3 pieces of your body, so we're going to put these together. Now, earlier we made some extra long bits on our body which are going to fold over and glue to our pieces. Grab your line and give it a good fold, and then you want to get your glue stick and put some glue on your little tab pieces. And just place them on your bottom piece and push down firmly. Flip it over and you can get your top tab and glue that on as well. So you should end up with something that looks a little bit like this, little frame at the bottom and a piece on the top and bottom. It'll be a little bit flimsy at the moment, but our next step is going to strengthen it. So what we need to do now is cut lots of strips of cardboard, which is going to go over our body. The more of these you have, the better. So we've now got some cardboard strips, and this is going to fit over our body. So what you want to do is you want to work out how tall we need these to be. So what I like to do is put one bit on here there, fold it over, bring it over to this piece here and fold that over, and then you can work out how long it needs to be. You can go to the rest of your strips and just mark out how long they need to be. So you need 4 of these cardboard strips, but I'd advise putting on a few more because you can add more strength and more detail to your puppet. And when you've got your cardboard strips, just give them a nice bend them all the way along, make sure they're nice and flexible, and this will help you when you come to assemble the puppets. So now we've got all the strips, we just need to add glue on our tabs. On the bottom edge, you just need to put a load of glue on the bottom. Lovely. And what you can do is sit these around your puppet like this and put them on. Make sure to give them a good push in. It doesn't matter if they overlap. If you do have a hot glue gun at home, you can also use that instead of the Pritt stick. And when you've got all of that stuck on like that, you can flip it over and just give it a nice firm push down to make sure all that glue really sticks in there. You just want to be nice and patient with the glue stick. It'll take a little bit of time to dry. Now the next step is to glue the top bits on. So you want to dab a bit of glue on like you did before and simply bring it up to the top and fold it over and push it down. And we're going to repeat that with all of our cardboard structures. Now the longer your cardboard strips are, the more they will bulge out. So if you want a really round character, you can keep the strips nice and long, or if you want them quite kind of tight and you want the line straight, you can be a bit shorter with it. Got to be nice and delicate while working with this, because the glue won't set completely for a little bit. So you've just got to be nice and careful. If any of them do pop off, just pop the glue back on and it will dry. We're nearly there with the body, so what we need to do now is cut another cardboard strip, which is going to go all the way around this body. You should only need one, but if you've got a really big puppet, you may need more than one. Now you want to grab your cardboard and just make sure it fits nicely. It doesn't matter if it doesn't go all the way around, and then you want to get your cardboard body, and in the middle, being very careful not to pull off the pieces. You want to just put some glue in the middle of each piece. If you want yours to be extra sticky, you can also just put a load of glue all the way down your cardboard. Stick the cardboard around your strips. It doesn't matter if it doesn't stick to all of the pieces, just as many as possible. So that is the structure of the body done for the time being, and we can start working on the head. Again, we want to, like we did with the body, we want to draw our basic shapes, but the head only really needs the one. You might want to use your body as a reference of how big you want your head to be. So I'm going to go quite a big head with mine. There we go, so that is my basic shape. And now we need to make a couple more cardboard strips. Here we go. So now we need to make this 2D shape three-dimensional. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it half at a time. So we're going to do a loop going round this way, and then we will do a loop going round this way. So make your cardboard strips nice and bendy, and then like we did with the body, you can glue one side on. So glue a tab on here, stick it to the top of your puppet, and we're just going to take this one halfway round. So I want it to be about kind of this size. There you go, like that, and I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to put some glue on this edge here, and now we can do the other half. So glue a tab here. Now these can go straight on top of the previous one. We'll see how wide we want it. I'm going to make the back of the head a little bit shallower like that. I'm going to cut that down, and then I'm going to stick some glue on this edge here. And now we need to do the same thing, but going round the widthways of the head. The technique is exactly the same for the second strip, but you can also add some glue on your first ring for some extra strength. You only need 2 rings for your head to work, but if you want a more detailed head, you can add more rings. So the final thing we need to do is put some sort of stick inside our head so we can move it from inside of the body. Now I would recommend using a pencil for this. So you can get your pencil, just poke it up through, be nice and gentle. And you should get it to go inside your head like that. Cut a tab of cardboard and then slide that in your head. Bring it over the pencil like so and glue it down. There you go. So now we've finished our head, all we need to do now is make our legs and arms, and for this I'd recommend getting some big rectangles of cardboard. You'll find with a lot of cardboard that it will bend really easily one way and you'll struggle to bend it the other way. So what you want to do is find the way that doesn't bend as easily, and that's going to be the length of your leg. So we need to decide how long we want our legs to be and roll this cardboard up. So I'm going to have a nice long rectangle, give me plenty of options. And what we're going to do with this once it's cut up is we are going to turn it into tubes. If you didn't want to make your own legs but had any cardboard tubes at home, you could use those instead. This might be a toilet roll or a kitchen roll tube, it might be a Pringles tin, or it might be a cardboard postage tube if you've got one spare. All all we need to do now is make the cardboard nice and bendy, so we're going to roll it up. So what we need to do now is decide how wide we want our leg to be. So you could roll it up a lot and make a really, really small leg, or you can have it nice and wide and make a big fat leg. So when you've got this, you can trace it out on a piece of cardboard. Now, to make your legs fit together, you put a load of glue on one edge, you simply just bring it around and fold it over, squeeze it in, and you have a cardboard tube. For the arms, you could either do the same method and use single tubes, or if you wanted to do more complicated arms, you just need 4 tubes rather than 2, and the only difference is that you need to put a tab between the 2 arms, sandwich it between there like that. And you've got a little cardboard hinge. You can also add hands to your puppet by simply just drawing them on a little bit of card. Cut out 2 hands like this and glue them into your arms. So now we have the structure for all our puppet. We've just got one more step that will make them nice and strong and sturdy. You shouldn't need too much PVA glue. You can put it in a pot, maybe a plastic cup. And now what is best to do is thin the PVA down with a little bit of water. And all you need to do now is paint all of the cardboard of your puppet. You don't need to paint the inner pieces, only the strips that go along the outside. The PVA will also help stick together any of the loose bits of cardboard that may not be working with the Pritt stick. And there you go. So once you've got all of your pieces covered in PVA, you can leave this to dry. If you've got an airing cupboard, you can put it in there and that will help it along. Make sure to wash out your paintbrushes so you don't ruin them. That's it for this session. We've all completed our cardboard puppet frames. In our next session, we'll be learning how to paper mache our puppets. Don't forget to join one of our 3 puppetry sessions this week, where you can make along with me, ask any questions you might have, and see what everyone else is making. See you all soon. Bye-bye.